Right, hi everybody and welcome back to Lundy's Wildcamp Stroke Bushcraft. And as you can see, we're back out. Got me mucker there, Mr. Ronney. So he's hanging out with his hoop and we've only just started. But anyway, I'm going to change arms. It's like doing weightlifting, carrying this in one arm. But anyway,
try carrying your food, mate.
Oh, listen to what?
I'm going on World's Strongest Man because I just kind of carry people's sandwiches in my bag like this. You know what it is? I've even had to bring 2 cans of lager and so I could get more food in. It's shocking. Shocking. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm just his manservant.
No, it is. He's like one of them wind up boxes, you know. Once it starts, it just doesn't fucking stop.
You remember
Pardon the language.
Hardy when they joined the Foreign Legion?
Really, I'm trying to do an intro here, you know.
I thought you'd done it.
No. But anyway, do you know what it is? Once he starts, he's like them Pringles. Once you pop, you just can't stop. But anyway, right, we're back out. We're heading off in a different location. Obviously, I'm not going to do any more recording after this until we get there. I might do a couple of B-roll shots, like some trees and things, because I think there's a few in here. And yeah, so out hammocking, looking at a new location. And Rooney's going to be cooking some nice food tonight. Obviously the clocks have changed, so we've got a little bit of extra time to play in the light. About 7:30, 8:15, and when it gets dark now, so that's happy days. It's a little bit cool, a little bit breezy, but yeah, tomorrow's going to be a nice day. But we've got some rain tonight. And anyway, I'm on a weather forecast, man. I'll catch you later. Well, that's me and Ronney now at the location where we want to be setting up our hammocks. So we've got Mr. Ronney just over there. He's just going to start getting his wood prepped. I just feel a little bit of a trickle of rain there. I don't know if you can, like, but yeah. So I'm out in the DD super light hammock. I need to get it set up. We've got about 2 hours before it gets dark because obviously the clocks have changed. And yeah, it's not a bad area. We've noticed loads of rocks around as well, so hopefully we should be able to have a nice, decent, safe fire in here. I'll always check the ground in anyway, regardless if I've got rocks or not. But anyway, before I go into waffle mode, I'm going to start getting myself organised, get a drink of water, and start cutting some branches off some trees so I can get my hammock set up. Alright, so stick with it, and I'll see you in a bit. Well, that's all the trees prepped there now, so time to get I think I might put my hammock up first and then my tarp separate second. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this little pouch down the bottom here, and this is where I keep all my ridge lines and everything. And I'll just get my ridge line put up first. And then hammock I'll keep at the top here, and what I've done is I've took it out of its main bag because I just find it a pain, and I've put it into a stuffed sack. And which one's this again? I can't remember which one this is. So you can find it with its name on. I can't find it, so now what I'll do is I'll just tell you this later on. I'll put it up on the screen. Alright, so then that's there. And then at the top of the main compartment inside of here, I have my DD super light hammock. Alright, let's get set. Right, well, times are ticking now, like it's 6:30. It's always a bit of a faff doing hammock setups. It's much easier just doing ground dwelling setups. It's quick, easy, but you've got to work out where your top's got to be, how high your hammock's got to be, have you got the correct lay, the whole shebang, and then it's getting your kit in and getting it set up. So I'm just about there now, like, then I need to start thinking about getting some firewood in and looking for a location to set up a fire area for me and Ronney to socialise in. Well, I'll do some rain about 10 o'clock the night, I think 9-10 o'clock, so I want to make myself a shelter for it to sit under, like we normally do everywhere, anytime and anywhere. If you've watched all the videos all the time, anywhere that's new, we always set up with hammocks or bivvy areas, and then we have a separate top for it to sit under and chill and just relax next to the fire. Okay, so this is my setups and anyway. Ronney's getting there as well, he's just over there. We'll go and have a look at him later. But I've got my main light on, so I've got me one wind top. Okay, I've just got these ends tied out at the moment just for easy access. Alright, and the thing I like about these is you've got little points here on the sides where you can just attach a bit of cordage, pull it out, and it gives you a lot more space inside. Alright, so that's one of the good things about it. Let's put a bit more light on. Alright, so inside I'll just move my main light in. So there we have it. Look at the room in there, absolutely tons. Alright, now if this was lower down, it would be even more thingy against the winds and things, but we haven't got any winds tonight anyway. So inside here I've got my DD super light tarp, hammock, sorry. Okay, it comes with an attached bug net. It all stays together at all times. You've got the hammock here, and then you've got the under blanket, and I just keep it all attached to each other. And so basically it's a case of pulling it out, hook it up, and then get your angles right. So that's it. It's a reasonable comfy lay, as long as you get it set properly. And it has a little pocket in there as well to put stuff. That's just for me pillow, so I'll put some clothes in that later on tonight. And that's it, like. And then I've just got on my ridge line, I always have a lantern attached. And then down below, my bag, I've packed away everything that I'm not really going to be using just yet. And then I've got the I think it's a German ground sheet. And then I've brought my Trekology chair. So over here we've got a DD super light top, the rest of me cordage and pegs, and then I've got this little trenching tool. I won this off another YouTuber, Ashwood Outdoors. It's never been outside yet, so I thought, I'm using the other ones all the time, me cold steel shovel and things, so I thought, yeah, let's bring that out, and then we'll see how that performs. So that's about it really. So there's my setup, and now I've got Mr. Ronney just over there. Are you nearly done, mate? Are you done? Oh, let's go and have a look at Ronney's setup. I know we've had a few people in comments lately on my last hammock one asking, well, there's about 2 or 3 people, I would like to see some footage of Ronney actually climbing into his hammock.
Climbing into it.
So we might see later on.
But if we go down to Flamingo Land and watch the seals jumping on the side of the pool, that's a bit like me getting in there.
So just run us through your setup then, Ronney.
It's just the hammock. You can see I've got the top set up. It's got attached ridge line and everything.
Is that going to be going to the ground when you're in?
I can do, but you know, it's enough to keep us covered. Like I say, it's
yeah.
It is what it is. I just know it's the most comfortable thing that you can take out. You know, just so comfortable. It's like before when I just checking it, I could have had a snooze there.
Well, I had to tell him to get his arse out, like, because he would have, like, and it would have been a couple of hours and he would have been gone. And I would have been doing all the graft.
So yeah.
But Ronney's getting into wood prepping now, aren't you, mate? Oh, he's got a headache coming.
I have. I've got a sore back. It's carrying your bait in.
He's always gone on wood bait, didn't he? Strange, like, because I carried all the bait in last week, like.
All the bait?
Aye.
I wasn't away last week.
Not last week, the week before we were hammocking.
What did we have?
We made a beef stew, casserole.
Alright, aye.
Aye, how can you not remember, like?
No.
Oh, I've just noticed loads of nice resin on there. Well, that resin on the tree there. Lovely jubbly. Right, so
one of the good things about this hammock, like all the hammocks, is you've got loads of storage all over.
yeah,
You've got a bag there, you've got your sides there, you've got a pocket there, you've got a pocket up here, across there, so you put your charge in and everything like there. So the only thing you need is like somebody to come and like fit your catheter, so you don't have to get up through the night, like, you know what I mean? But apart from that, you know,
happy days.
So yeah.
Right, well, I just put me. I'm trying to hold another stand here at the same time with my big light on. But let's touch the screen so I can make sure I'm on. Right, so anyway, that's for setups. So now we're just going to find somewhere a little bit of, not too far away from our actual sleeping area, and put the tarp up and then get some wood done. So we'll bring you back later on. Well, it's been a little while since me and Ronney have last spoke to you, and we've been collecting some firewood off camera like. Ronney's just snapping some of it up at the moment, and he's just over yonder snapping some wood. So we've got a nice big pile next to where Ronney is, down the floor there, and then we've got a load here as well. Hopefully the camera will be picking it up, because it's getting quite dark in here because we're in quite a dense part of the forest. But we'll come across loads of nice bits of wood, same as the last time we were out, and I hardly any prepping, just a bit of cutting. Might slice a few bits like. But anyway, from that tree, excuse the backlight, and that tree is where I'm going to put the tarp. All right, and it's reasonably flat. Where we're going to be sitting is where my camera stand is, and then the fire is going to be down here on the floor. So what we're going to do first is we're going to get all the wood done, and then we'll start thinking about getting the extra tarp up. Okie dokie. Right, well, what we've done is we've cut loads of wood, we've set up the tarp. I'll show you a bit later on. It's 8:10 already, time is absolutely flying. Me and Ronney haven't even had an alcoholic drink yet. My gloves are absolutely saturated, so I'm looking forward to getting the fire going so I can get them dry. So this is the area where I'm going to do the fire, and I'm going to check this out, this spade, and see what this is like. It's not going to be a massive fire, so hopefully this shovel does its job. Let's see how it performs. So we're about one step away from the tarp, like from where we're actually going to be sitting under the tarp. Like I say, it's only going to be a small fire tonight. After I didn't hit any roots. Right, that's the fire pit done, and I haven't gone as deep as what I normally do because there wasn't that much to take away, to be honest. But this here, this shovel, yeah, I'm just not liking it at all. Like, it's already gone warped. It's buckled on here. You can see it's leaning over to the right a bit, and I've hardly done any work with it. It's the first time I've ever used it. Now, no disrespect to the person that gave us it in a giveaway, mate. You know, thank you very much. I do appreciate that I did win your giveaway and you sent it out to us. But personally, this does not get my recommendations, everybody. Stick with a cold steel shovel. You can't beat it. It's just...
Or a genuine military one.
Or a genuine military one. This is a Chinese rip-off. It's absolute crap. And it'll be going in dusty bin when I get home. Okay. Not unless anybody else wants it. You know, and you can put it up on your wall and say this was donated off Lundy's Wild Camp Stroke Bushcraft. Alright. But anyway, yeah, that's what I think of that. Not be coming back out with me. Cold steel shovel, or my other shovel I've got that I need to do a couple of tests with as well. But anyway, we've got the fire pit done. I'm going to stop waffling. I'm going to get my fire laid done, get my fire kit and that out, get myself a drink because I'm absolutely dying of thirst, get some layers on, and we'll get the fire going because it's after 8 o'clock at night now. It's 22 minutes past 8 already. And yeah, because we're having such fun. Not right, Ronney?
Oh yeah, loved every minute of it, you know what I mean?
Couldn't have fucking see you actually. Oh no, it's a bit dark over there, like. I'm just about to make you out. Anyway, we don't really want to see him.
Of course.
See you later. Right, well, it's time to get the fire going. It's now 8:30, so we're running behind on time, and it's just started to shower a bit. Now, it's been pouring down up in the Northumberland hills for the last couple of days, so everything's absolutely saturated, like. So I've got 2 of these fire lighters that I always use. I'm going to put one there. I'll get this one, my trusty cheap old lighter. So that's it going. Now Ronney's done the fire layer for us, and he's put a magic triangle on as well. And we've got these bits here. They seem dry when we got them, but as you can see by the smoke already, they weren't mega dry, but I think it's just the outer layer, to be honest. So we're going to, fingers crossed, 1, you can see me, and 2, the fire goes. And yeah, so the whole idea for anybody that's new to this channel, right, and you've never seen this thing before, see how it's smothered there now. So all you do is you get the 2 bits of wood, lift it up a bit, and what happens is it allows a bit of oxygen to go into the fire, and then it'll keep burning nicely and go through the twigs. All right, so 3 things you need for a fire is ignition, oxygen and fuel. Okay, so we're now providing one of the 3 elements that you need. So fingers crossed this burns. It's a smoky Joe, but I can hear a bit of snap, crackling, popping between the smoke machine I'm getting to put on this. Ronney, you bought a smoke machine? Because we're smoking, baby! Yeah! Poor, I tell you what, like, this is the type of smoke you want when there's loads of midges around. But the ground's that damp, actually, I can feel it coming through my knees, and I've got knee pads on. Right, I'm going to crack on with this fire, and we'll bring you back when it's done, alright? Because you know, we'll get fires all the time. Right, well, it's been a little while since we last spoke here. As you can see, Ronney's just put a little small pan there with some rice in. He's going to be making a nice spaghetti bolognese there, chili con carne for tonight. So what he's done is he's prepped and cut all the stuff that he needed for it at home, because it packs down a lot easier, alright, than bringing it out all whole. That's why he taught me before, so I'm just using his words. So as you can see, what you got in there then, Ronney?
Onions, mushrooms and onion bodges, not what they called?
Onions, mushrooms and peppers.
Peppers, yeah.
See?
In some oil.
And some oil in a pan.
Probably need one of your fountain.
Yeah, go on mate, they're a bit holy, so make sure you pick the right one.
I better go and get me own.
Aye. So anyway, what he's going to do is he's going to fry that off, and then we're going to fry some mince off in it, and then he's going to add some bits and pieces, spices and that, and that's it really.
It's going to be enough to feed a small village.
Well, that's alright, because I'm starving. So Ronney, how we doing with the food, mate?
Well, it's like all food, it's temperamental. So yeah, because the man that was supposed to bring the grill didn't bring his grill.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll just put a bit of oil in. We're going to get the ground beef, but there's a bit of whoa, Jackie.
Oh, you know, you lost that, mate.
I nearly did. We're just going to brown this off.
I've got little white lines flashing on my screen. I hope that's not getting, this video is not going to be that red. Anyway, so aye, that's a lot of rice. That what's inside the rice, mate?
There's no rice in here, it's called mince.
Oh, mince, I mean.
Your mince.
Your mince meat, that.
So yeah, we're just browning the mince off.
Is that what proper mince looks like?
Well,
I like eating the house these days is vegetarian mince.
Is it? Alright, well this is actually come from a coup.
From a coup?
The coup, aye.
So you bought it from a farm, like?
I need vegetarian malarkey's done on you, like, you know. Yeah, so give it just browning it. Obviously there's quite a lot here because Jimmy says he was hungry.
Oh, I'm starving, me. Like, that's my plate, by the way. Don't get too dirty.
I was going to say I'm having vegetarian. I'm not allowed any meat in mine because Jimmy wants it all.
It's the same as the stew then. That's what happened with the stew.
No, it just did, didn't it?
That's what happens when you put me in charge of dishing up. Look at him.
10 scoops for Jimmy, 1 scoop for Ronney.
So,
just as well that he's got a figure built for lasting a while.
I tell you what, like, I need a drink of me Jack Daniels because I've hardly had a drink today. But aye, Ronney's doing a cracking job there with the food. I'm glad he's back out, like, because I've missed his cooking. We were going to have a curry, like, but he says, nah, we'll have curries all the time. We'll do a chili con carne because we've never had one of them before. And that's what we're having tonight, like. Happy days, mate?
No.
So what's going to be the next procedure?
The next procedure is for you to have a raised fire.
So you didn't have a bad back.
Ben, remember, my knee stopped functioning about 3 years ago.
Aye, they did, like.
So this bending doing malarkey.
Well, I've just had an idea for to make a raised fire pit for the next time, just for cooking, and then we can have a ground fire for what heat.
Alright.
Not that we'll need it, like, in the summertime. Oh, it's a little bit chilly tonight though, away from the fire.
Why don't we just order, like, Just Eat and get them to drop off the pizza at Harwood Farm?
Do you know what it is? That's dead funny, like, because I was talking to another YouTuber about that. You know who you are if you're watching. Live in East Anglia, by the way.
Alright.
Young Craigie boy from East Anglian Bushcraft.
Right.
When he says that when he went on a company took a pizza in with him, I says, I've had a Chinese delivered before when I've been out wild camping.
And the kebab, I mean the pizzas that you get, the grease that gets soaked in the cardboard box is a great fire starter in case of emergencies.
That's it.
So you should always make sure you carry a 14-inch pizza into the wilderness with you.
Right, anyway, we'll bring you back when Ronney is going to dish up, alright?
Dish up.
Well, what else you got to do next?
We've got to add spices.
Alright, well we'll bring you back when he's doing that and he can tell you what he's putting in.
I forgot me dark chocolate.
And what does the dark chocolate do?
Stops in the dark. No, it gives it a subtle flavour, but if you put too much in, it tastes like chocolate. You shouldn't be able to taste the chocolate.
Aye.
Just put a couple of little things, gives it a richness, mate.
I'm always learning something about cooking when I'm out with Ronney. I tell you what though.
I'm still learning about you as well.
I know.
Like how much to eat.
I tell you what, like, I know one thing, his kids eat well. So anyway, we'll see you when he's putting the spices in.
So what we've just done there is brown off the meat. The vegetables have been cooked till there's a translucent state. Now we're going to add the bad boy spices.
And what spices you got in there then, Ronney?
Ooh, can I tell you? There's cumin, lots of chilli, paprika, and salt, pepper. And I've actually put in an OXO cube so it gets a little bit of funkiness straight away.
Now it is. When I'm mentioning all them things there, my mouth just started watering.
So yeah, we're going to just give this a little bit of heat, cook it off, and then we're going to start topping it up with a bit of water. Let's hope it's not too hot.
Well, I'm sure we'll still demolish it.
Chili powder is Kashmiri chili powder. It's a nice...
what kind, sorry?
Kashmiri.
Kashmiri?
Yeah, because it's a nice red colour. It's good to use when you're making chicken tikka masala. It helps with the colouring and all that. So, we're just going to participate with this being stuck on the fire a little bit.
I would hide the handle the other way, mate, because that's going to be scorching.
No, but it touches on ours. But listen, don't interfere with me cooking.
Alright, sorry boss.
I'll turn the pan around.
I'll have a mouthful of your drink in a minute if you didn't shut up.
Right, get off.
Look at that.
The fat horse thing. Oh, that's very scorching.
I told you.
I know you did. Ooh. So obviously there's oil and fat and various things from the mince itself. So I'm just blending it in a little bit. Take it off. So it's got the residual heat. That's a big word, isn't it? Residual.
Oh no, hey. Been reading a dictionary, haven't you?
Yep. So now, what we want is some...
Big fat ass in the screen.
Yeah. We want some garlic, It's about 2 cloves worth. We're putting that in. Ooh. Give it a little bit of a mix. Tomato puree. 2 heaped tablespoons and a bit. As long as you're getting the smoke out, Jimmy, that's brilliant.
I am actually.
Right, so got that in. Now we'll go to...
not good.
There. Then we'll go to the water.
That's better. What's that, about half a pint?
300 ml. Could you not tell by the way I poured it in?
Nah.
Aye, 300 ml of water. Right. So we've now got that in. Mixing that up. Give it a good stirry. Then we'll move across to the pantry. We'll get ourselves 1 tin of chocolate tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
This is because it's about Italiano. Something like that anyway.
It's a what, Ronney?
Italiano. Right, so 1 tin of tomatoes. Right, blend that in. Then red kidney beans.
Kidney beans.
Yes.
Tell you what, your can's getting cold. My my fingers are.
Oh, now these come in water.
Get rid of the
I'm gonna
juice.
have to drain it off. I'm draining it off, right? I've had
it's a sauce.
Yeah, I've done it wrong. You know what it is? I bought spicy red kidney beans and chilli
Oh,
sauce.
hey, you
didn't
just
even
hide the
realise.
chilli sauce out. Oh, you numb nuts.
Oh well, that means it's got to be extra George Michael wham. I just wonder why it looked red.
It'll be the dancing of the flaming arseholes in the morning.
Aye. Who gives two shits? Who gives two shits when you can have 5 shits in an hour? So basically, I did one of these half Sukahara slipknot doofias that everybody does on YouTube that I've learned to do. And yeah.
That's do for anybody that doesn't understand Geordie.
D, aye. Little D anyway. But anyway, a bit residual heat.
Look at the food.
And we're just going to have it hopefully just simmering. So we'll leave the lid off until we get a bubble, bubble, pop, pop.
That's a spinning pot. Well, me and Ronney are absolutely starving now. The food is amazing, by the way, because I've been doing a lot of taste testing on the way. And yeah, so we're ready to serve up. We've already hid our rice in.
And I'm just hiding it all over.
Ronney's spilling his everywhere because I think he wants to feed all the pigeons and birds and everything tomorrow morning. But I've got a nice frying pan here full. I've got a nice scoop of life. Alright.
That was off that guy.
I'm going to put the lid on top of that box there. And this pan here is absolutely chocker. I think there's enough to feed a small village. So, Ronney, I don't know what you're eating. Right.
And I'll have 2 ladles, mate.
2 ladles. 1. 2.
And you can eat the rest.
Is that honest? There's enough there to feed 3 villages. I'm going to take 1.
And maybe have 1 more ladle.
1 more. Woohoo!
Right.
I tell you what, that's a lot of goodness there, you know. I'm going to have another 1. Ooh. And then I might have a ladle full of loads. It's dead spicy, isn't it?
So burp your tongue with the initial heat of how hot the food is.
Yeah, I'm going to have a couple of ladles of the actual juices as well. Because I think I might have some of this in the morning.
For your breakfast?
For my breakfast. I've got egg banjos and everything for me and Ronney tomorrow. But anyway, I'll just make sure I've got my no-head torch on. This, if smell-o-vision was working, this would be a winner, like. But anyway,
it's definitely a nice meal for a hot, cold night, isn't it? Hot, cold night. A cold night.
A hot, cold night?
It's supposed to be a good hot meal.
It's a nice hot meal for a cold night. This is absolutely banging, like. It's really nice. Well, good morning everybody. Well, it's a late morning, it's about 10:30 now. I didn't wake up till 9:30. I had a bit of a restless night, feeling quite cold. I went to sleep with 2 t-shirts on and my green top, and I was in my Snug Pack Special Forces 1 sleeping bag. It just didn't bite the dust like it did last week, but obviously last week I had all my clothes on. Felt cold underneath me body as well in my hammock, so I think my under blanket might be a bit too tight and I'm not getting that pocket of air in between me and the blanket, and that normally keeps you warm like. But anyway, we're going to get a brew on. I've got some eggs in some wraps to cook and make a cup of tea. Ronney's already here. He's been up a little while, been up longer than me actually. But yeah, the fire worked an absolute treat last night. It wasn't a raging fire or anything, even though it was cold. And before I went to bed last night, I thought, my God, we've still got all that wood. So there's absolutely tons being processed for no reason at all, like. So we were debating having a fire this morning, but I think we're just going to not do that. Sleep all right, Ronney?
I didn't actually. It's not a comfort thing, it's just I'm not sleeping. So.
Aye.
Yeah, I woke up 3 or 4 times, and I was awake from 4:30.
Aye.
I went to bed a good hour before you, didn't I?
You did, aye, aye.
So, I don't know, just, I'm not sleeping very well at the minute, mate, so...
Aye.
It might have been because I was hungry still, because, like, so obviously, I don't know if Jimmy, you'll have to check on the video, we're eating the food, but he was keep on hitting us with a spatula. Because, like you were saying, I don't want you to eat too much, he says, because I'm loving this much, I want to take a doggy bag home.
I've got one.
So he's got enough portions for 2 people, because he ate 2 people's food last night. I had a quarter.
More teas at that.
And no, it was really nice. And
nice, aye.
like I say, I like making it, but I don't eat a lot of it.
Nah.
For as being a fat person, them few calories I do eat, I seem to suck them all in and never let them go.
Alright, so I'm going to get a brew set out, get my gas stove out and that. Looks like he's cooking on meths. I think he drinks it now and again, like. But yeah.
Yeah, well, would you like to put this down? This is a... I know it's from Australia.
It's from Australia.
Australian. And
let's have a look at it.
it's called the Goshawk.
Let's just move my camera a bit now I can get closer in.
If you can see, like, it's not the lightest, but it's got that centrifugal force going on. And yes, it's small and
compact. A second, mate, I can from the top.
It's small and
because of the flame.
Right, it's small and compact, and it actually fits in this mug quite nicely with its burner on top. So yes,
yeah, it's a nice little thing. Like I've never done meth burning for ages. Like I might have to. I'm not going to buy one of them, like, because I've got loads of like little burners. But anyway, I'm going to get myself sorted because holding this tripod with a bare hand, it is bloody freezing. So see you later. Cup of tea.
I've got a bit of mince that I managed to steal off Jimmy last night, so I'm just cracking an egg and putting it in with this mince. It's probably a little bit too much egg, but you know, quantities
just throw that down there, mate.
Qualities you can't do. So yeah, it's just to bind the mince together. I've put lots of pepper in here. And what we're going to do is just make like a little burger to obviously go with our egg sandwiches, because that's all Jimmy brought, eggs, you know what I mean, stole them from the farm.
No, you weren't.
I brought eggs. Anyway, I've got to show you something about this, right?
He's North waffles, doesn't he?
If anybody buys one of these egg trays, right? Yeah,
I thought it was a fault.
Ah, right. I agree with cutting the handles off, but obviously these egg trays is one size, and eggs come in various different sizes. When you buy them, you did have 3 little knobbles on there, so when you closed it, it meant that it sturdied the eggs, stopped them rattling around the whole part of like having a portable egg case. Oh, Mr. Jimmy takes it to the next level. Well, I'll just think I'll have my eggs shaken and not stirred. So he's went and snapped them all off. So once it's locked, if you listen, I don't want to rattle. It's like me granny's teeth at night when she's snoring, they rattle that much. You know what I mean?
I thought it was a mistake in the production of it.
All right, there was a mistake in the production.
Well, I've never had a smashed egg in it yet. Okay,
you
can't even open it.
Yeah. So anyway, that's because I didn't shake it like it should be.
Right, anyway.
But anyway, get back to the
you're
cooking.
waffling.
Is this going to light first time or not?
I don't know, it might do, mate. You have a check and see. Well, I just move the camera a bit.
Your prezzo's sticking.
Aye, I thought it was, like.
Have you got the gas on?
I've turned it off.
Turn the gas on then.
Cheap Soto stuff and all that malarkey.
It's not cheap, that, mate.
If I say it's cheap, it's cheap.
Right.
Like you, cheap.
Got a lot of cutting to do on this bit of segment, like, because it's going to take about 20 hours.
Well, anyway, I've just given it a little bit of kneading going on. It's going to be interesting to see what this turns out like, because it's got a little bit of too much yolk. So, one wears disposable gloves.
Should just use the white.
You're right, Jimmy, you're right. we'll keep that there because Jimmy want to make a salad. Oh, this is organic and Pete tongue, this one. But listen, hey ho, it's one of them things, right? You don't overcome, right? But if
that looks disgusting.
It does, aye. But all it is egg, right? Is that gas still on?
Well, have you put it on?
Yeah, I can feel it getting warm. Right. So anyway, let's see what this disaster turns out. If it's a disaster, it's a disaster. Right, Jimmy will eat it, he eats everything. Too much egg in it, mate.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you just gives you a jacket, I'll just wipe my hands on them. Well, if not, we're going to have egg and mince.
Bin them gloves, I've got some more of my emergency first aid kit in my pocket.
Right, we'll keep them there to go. I'll need a little bit more heat. Where's yours?
See, carrying stuff in your pocket, emergency first aid kits, sauna key and Israeli bandage nut here.
Alright.
So what you've done there then, Roney, you made it into two, so we've got a half each.
Yeah.
Looking at it's holding up alright, like actually, isn't it?
Aye, it's well.
Just let it burn a little bit.
It's gonna be eatable.
Oh aye, anything's eatable, as long as it's cooked.
Aye. Okie dokie. So what bits of burger have sort of come to the cooking thing. So what we're doing is putting them on a wrap. This wrap is going to be a sacrificial one. It'll absorb the fat. What we're going to do now is clean out the pan. Alright, sorry mate. Just turn this off a minute, give the pan a good clean. So we've got good clean oil for the eggs. And then obviously as the eggs is both done, we'll be able to put one of them burgers back in just to give it a gentle warm up, and then Bob's your Ronney, Fanny's your aunt. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Obviously move them eggshells very sharply.
Clean as you, mate.
Alright, thank you. I thought you were having a break, because I know you're allowed 15-minute break in a 4-hour cycle, you see.
Yeah, good shot.
So now we've got our chucky eggs on, and we're just frying away. Secret of a good egg, try not to have your oil too hot. See how they're cooked there now? If I was at home, I would have a lid, and what I would do is put about a tablespoonful of cold water in, put the top on, and what it does is it steams the top of your egg. You have perfect eggs every time. Yeah, so it just gets your yolk perfect. But as you can see, our eggs is coming along quite nicely. Keep the heat down and you don't get all that burnt, scabby, burnt bits on the edge. Right, Mr. Lawson, if you put your camera down now and get the first wrap ready.
Right, I've got the wraps. Get down with it, man. Get down with it, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right, there's the first one.
Anybody who wants to watch a bushcrafter doing a proper wrap on bushcraft, then go and check out Primal Nomad.
Yeah, and then we'll
hello Liam, mate, if you are watching. Oh, ketchup's in my pocket. Yeah. The ketchup's in your pocket. I'll give you yours and then you can...
No, well, this can be yours, because it's the bigger one. Jimmy always gets the biggest. Got the biggest belly to feed. I'll put that off in there so it doesn't go at 300 degrees.
Because I do the most work.
I didn't say you didn't, but I thought
the gas off.
I thought your wood preparation last night was quite lacking, actually.
I know, we've only done most. We've only done most of the wood prep, to be quite honest, everybody, because I was busy dropping me ketchup lid on the bottom. Not loads on mine, mind.
Well, it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be just a little bit of motsy.
That'll do. I'm going to hoist some ketchup on.
That'll do it for me.
Ketchup?
Just a little bit. Whoa!
Really?
A little bit more, another drop there. I'm not a ketchup put. Thank you. Right, then we'll fold it.
Oh,
right, for you who can't fold wraps, fold the bottom up first, then one side in, and then the other side in, and then squash it until you see your yolk dribbling. But yeah, that's spreading quite nicely. We should have...
Mine's a fat one, like Ronney.
Yeah.
Right, I don't think I'm in the shot like, but never mind. I'm going to have a proper folded one. I'm going to go different to Ronney, and I'm going to have mine like that.
You're having it... Oh, that's hot.
It's a parcel. Mine's a parcel. See, if you want to know how to do that, buy me book. The bread's nice, like. I like what's me like. Right, smells nice. Yeah, I can smell a hint of pine wood, oil, and a little bit of pepper. Now that's enough of the sniffing. Now it's time for the tasting. Oh, nice bit of runny yolk. That's nice, that, mate.
Is it?
Aye.
Never thought.
It's got like a nice little bit of spice to it.
That's called a hardwood wrap.
A hardwood wrap. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. I'm going to sit back, relax, and enjoy this. Alright? See you later, peeps. Right. Rudy's making a cheese omelette now. Alright, and it's nearly done. So I need to put my camera back on my stand because my camera froze. And we lost a lot of footage. And anyway, bring us back when I'm having a little taste and sniff. Only kidding. That's the first drop was quite filling, like, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Oh, we're gonna just polish the rest of the eggs and the cheese and that off into a wrap with some ketchup, and then we'll start thinking about getting packed up because it's now 12 o'clock. So dinner.
We could have some sausage and bacon with it if we had brought some.
No,
we haven't.
Money's tight, mate. I've just had to spend £2,000 on a new computer to do programming and editing for my channel, mate. So I'm skint now.
Alright, okay.
Anyway.
Right, this is done, just need to scan on it.
I'm trying not to cough on the food, Jimmy. So there you go, a very thin, cheesy, eggy omelette.
And no burnt on the pan.
Nothing burnt. Just loads of dishes to wash. There you go, you got it?
Yeah.
Do you want some ketchup?
Yep.
Just take the lid off. The lid of life. I'll give you yours first, mate.
Let's put
you put it on now.
Because I didn't think cheese and mozzarella would go very nice, but I thought it did.
Cheese and mozzarella?
Mozzarella cheese, aye, with tomato.
Well, you said cheese and mozzarella, not tomato ketchup. No, that's not coming to yours there. I'm just going to put a little bit of ketchup on this time because I think I overdone it on the last one.
ketchup dune. There we're gone. Lovely jubbly. Get rid of that bit of bread. Yeah, nice that. Right, we're going to eat these. We're going to get a brew, get tied up, get packed up, and then we might go for a little wonder, which is never know. Right, well, that's us all done now, packed up, squared away. Area's been tied up as best we can. Okay, so I'll just quickly show you. We've still got a massive pile of wood, so what I've done is I put all the little ones on the top. Hopefully that'll keep the ones underneath nice and dry. If anybody comes across it and they use it, fair dues. Good on yous. Fire pit down the bottom here, all distinguished, all extra water put on it, and all cleared out with rubbish and that into my bag. Obviously we've got little bits of bread, I don't know, you can pick it up, the bits of white there in the ditch there for the animals. Left a tripod there, so if you do find this area, please just leave that there for us for a future camp. So that's this area all nice and squared away. And we've got down here my hammock area, just a bit of flat ground, and that's it. A couple of branches cut off trees, got my bergen there, my chest rig ready to go back on. Mr. Ronney over here, but yeah, Ronney, all your area's all nice and tidy, isn't it? Squared away.
It is.
It is. Lovely jubbly. Leave no trace, the best we can. And anything you want to say? Oh, hang on a second. I'm jumping the gun. I haven't even said thank you for watching and all that, have I?
3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Stick it in your tree. If you need a wee, if you need a poop, you need to go for a scoop. So always clean up your mess. Rap, 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 biggie, rap, rap.
Are you quite finished?
I'm finished now.
Right, well, so anyway, thank you very much everybody for watching. It's really appreciated. Subs are going up again, so welcome to all new subscribers. Alright, I do get back to you, so if you want to leave a comment about anything like you see on the videos, if there's anything that makes it interesting for you, let us know. And anything you think we could do to do a different type of video, let us know. I might do it, I might not, but I will comment back to you. All right, and yeah, it's been a cracking one. It's a little bit chilly in here because it's a bit like dense, but looking out up into the air, it's a blue sky, so I'm looking forward to the walk out. It's going to be a nice one. So anyway, thank you very much everybody for watching, and we'll see what Mr. Ronney's got to say. Are you saying anything, or are you just doing one?
Hope everybody's well, best of health. Get out and do what you enjoy, even if it's for just a day's walk or whatever. But yeah, fresh air's the way forward. Okay?
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw. You bet.
See you later.